All right, y'all. Our next comic coming up joins us from New York, and he's doing the Vermont Comedy Festival in December. Give it up for Pete Glismann.
I'm divorced. Twice. Thanks. My first wife and I were like a couple of Disney characters. We started out as Prince Charming and Snow White. We ended up as Grumpy and Frozen. I'm 63 years old. I'm pitching a reality show about my sex life. Antiques Roadshow. Last dating app I was on was called Our Time. They forgot to add, has passed. Dating at my age is awkward, especially when you get sexted. Getting sexted by a woman over 60, that's like looking at an issue of National Geographic from 1974. Hey, what's our smile face emoji? She's topless. I date widows because men my age die. First widow I took back to my tiny apartment on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. Her late husband was a multimillionaire. They raised their kids in a mansion in North Jersey. Took her to my apartment. I said, I'm sorry my place is so small. She said, that's all right. I'm used to a guy in a box. It's great to be here in Texas. This is, believe it or not, my third time performing in the state of Texas this year. Thank you. I did the Tower City Comedy Festival in January, which is Paris, Texas. I lived in Lake Highlands, suburb of Dallas, for about 4.5 years. My ex-wife actually came to see me perform last night to remind her friends and family why she kicked me to the curb in the first place. But January, I'm in Paris, Texas, and I'm looking at the audience, and this is after living in Dallas, mind you, and all the men were wearing construction boots and baseball caps, and the only cowboy hat in Paris, Texas is on the Eiffel Tower. That's not Texas, that's gay Disneyland. In July, I performed in San Antonio. That was interesting. I was in my Uber on my way to the show. There's this billboard. This guy is in tears. He's in bed. He's holding his cell phone. On the bottom of the billboard, it says, "Sick of porn? Jesus is the answer." Oh. No. I went to Catholic school for 12 years. Jesus is why I watch porn. So I went to see some live music after my gig. This couple invites me to sit at their table, and then they invited me to go home with them to have sex with them. Now, I've been a stand-up comic in New York City for 27 years. This isn't the first time I've had this invitation. But I said, I've learned how to politely respond. I said, I'm really not into group sex. I hate doing laundry. It was fun having my ex-wife in the audience last night. So every once in a while, an ex-girlfriend comes to see me perform in Manhattan. Of course, we wind up back at my place. But having sex with an ex-girlfriend, that's kind of like revisiting your favorite childhood amusement park. You know you've outgrown it, but you forgot how much you love the rides. Am I overthinking this? I overthink everything. I'm an engineer. I haven't always been an engineer. I thought about becoming a mortician because I like sex. When I was a kid, I told my parents I wanted to study anthropology. My father went apeshit. In graduate school, I took a course in evolution. I felt like a fish out of water. So like I said, I went to Catholic school for 12 years. I call it atheist prep. You guys know about Catholics? You touch yourself, you're going to hell. You touch little boys, you're going to Boston. Catholics are big on funerals. Now, I'm going to get cremated. I like to think outside. Seriously, I'm going to get cremated. I like to think outside the box. And you guys have been great. I'm Pete Glismann. Thank you.
Keep it going for Pete.